Imagine using your computer or your tablet to find property deals online all over the country and then get paid handsome finder's fees for each deal you find from my investors who want these deals right now. And you're probably thinking, why would my investors pay you to find deals on the internet when these deals can be found just about by anybody? After all, everybody has a computer and internet access these days, right? And that normally would be the case under normal real estate market conditions. But right now it's different. We have a unique market situation. Inventory is tighter now than it was only a handful of years ago. And we're undergoing some very swift changes in the real estate marketplace. And this means that my investors need your help in finding these real estate deals no matter where they are. No matter where they are in the country. It doesn't matter if they're in your local city or 3,000 miles away from where you live. It just doesn't matter. They just want profitable real estate deals, the sooner the better. So you're probably wondering who I am and how I fit into all of this, and I'll tell you. My name is Jeffrey Gold. I'm a tax expert, business accountant based here in Beverly Hills. A couple of years ago, I noticed that one of my longtime clients had a 2,100% increase in her reported business revenues from the year before. And so, I'm curious, and I asked, and I'm the kind of guy, I will ask, and I did. I asked her, what's the reason why your business profits have gone sky high through the roof so quickly? She told me that she was flipping all kinds of real estate. Condos, townhouses, small houses, duplexes, fourplexes, triplexes, small apartment buildings, office buildings, all of these things, industrial warehouse properties. She had figured out a way to make huge profits in this business by getting what she calls don't want properties that needed work, or by repurposing properties into a different use. And after purchasing a property, what she does is she has a rehabbing team go in, completely rehab the property, then she resells them either to a couple or a family who needs a move-in ready home, or to an investor who wants a completely rehabbed and leased up income property. And then she started telling me about her concerns with the current real estate market, saying that the inventory situation was looking grim at a point and that she was having a hard time finding properties to buy and sell. And worse, she's now working with a full team of investors who have access to endless amounts of cash to pick up these deals, except for the deals were drying up. And then she asked me if I knew of anybody who worked in the loss mitigation or asset management department of a bank who could potentially get her some foreclosures or short sales. And I told her that I didn't have those kinds of connections. But I knew of a way to get her the deals she and her growing number of investors needed to continue their real estate flipping empire. Peaks and valleys in the beginning, huh? And this is what I've been helping her with and her investment group with ever since. Okay, so that brings me to you. With your help, you stand to profit substantially by simply finding the deals these investors are looking for. Not only will you be shown exactly how to find the deals, including the exact websites to find the deals on, but how to get these deals to our investors by posting it on our website. And it's as simple as following our step-by-step directions, including accessing free websites to find real estate deals, posting the deals on our investor website, and getting paid a referral or assignment fee upon the close of escrow, which is immediately then sent to you by FedEx. Really that easy. And no, you don't need any special licenses, right? No knowledge or experience to do this whole thing. All you need to do is follow the easy steps that we give you. You can start getting checks for up to $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more per deal, all in your spare time. Just think about that. And this would take you maybe 15 to 20 minutes a day, max. And this new little side business could potentially be very profitable for you. And it has the power to completely replace the income you have coming in from your current, all within a matter of a couple of months. Don't take my word for it. Hey, listen to some of our success stories as these property finders tell you what their experience has been with this incredible and profitable opportunity.
This is something that will rock your world in ways you've never, ever considered before. At least, I never knew about it until recently. And it changed everything for me. Imagine being able to look for properties online and then flipping them for a profit, and you don't even use your own money. It's pretty incredible stuff, and it's something I've never seen done this way anywhere else by anybody else.
If you have a computer or a tablet with internet access, you can do this business. You don't need any special skills. You don't need a degree from some overpriced college, and you don't need any licenses. You just need to be willing to learn the step-by-step process of how it all works, and you need to be willing to roll up your sleeves and follow the easy step-by-step instructions that are provided for you. If you do this, you can make tons of money doing this. If you're lazy, this is not for you. In fact, no business opportunity is for you. The last time I checked, no one's handing out bundles of cash to people who want to play video games and watch TV all day. You have to do something for money, and you should be doing this.
If you're looking for that solution, maybe it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're still up, worrying about how you're going to make ends meet, or maybe you're at work right now watching this, so sick of your day job that you feel like puking into the trash bin right next to your desk. Whatever the reason is that you're watching this right now, let me tell you, you're in the right place. Maybe for the very first time in your entire life, because what you're about to discover here can change absolutely everything for you, just like it did for me. You can be just like how I was, wondering how I was going to make my next apartment rent or my next car payment, to having a custom home built within 6 months. You can have that same reality if you're willing to drop the skepticism and the doubt and understand that the only reason you're not financially where you want to be is because all along there's been that one key missing secret ingredient that's been keeping you from financial success and wealth you deserve. This, my friend, is the secret missing ingredient you've been waiting your entire lifetime to discover.
Well, I'm really pumped up about this because finally, you see, I've run the gamut with the real estate investing courses and the seminars and the books and the tapes, free reports, you name it. Do you remember Carlton Sheets and what about Dave Deldato or Tommy Vu? Well, I have all of those courses from back in the days. Went to all their seminars, the whole 9 yards. And all up until last year, I was still going to events like those put on by, guys like Armando Montalongo and those property flipping brothers. Yes, but then I finally cracked the code after decades of wasting tens of thousands of dollars on all of those real estate gurus. And it was when I found the Flip It Profit system, and I can't believe how close I was all of those years, and I just didn't realize that the secret for real estate strategy was right under my nose the whole time. And I was beside myself. You see, all the years I wasted when I could have been making a fortune in real estate this whole time. So, thank goodness that it's never too late. My life has changed so much just in the past few months, just by finally understanding how the game of highly profitable real estate really works. And it can change your life too. Just check it out. The sooner, the better. You don't want to be like me, wasting most of my lifetime with trial and error just to finally uncover the secret this late in life. Do this now, like right now.
I personally like finding the deals and posting them to the investor website because I don't have any interest in rehabbing properties than flipping them. I think posting the deals I find and getting paid is much easier for me. I know that the financial yield is higher when rehabbing and flipping, but I'm okay with making $1,000 or $2,000 on each deal. After all, it only takes a couple of days to find a deal and post it to the investor website. So this technique is good for people like me who just want $2,000 or $3,000 a month to help out with expenses. I guess I could do more deals, but I like my job and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. What's nice is that I can make as little or as much as I want based on what I'm willing to put into it.
This is how it works. You can do this one 2 ways. You can find a property online and then post it on the investor's website. The option is the easiest of the two, but there's a way you can make even more money. You can buy the property, do a little rehab, and take a bigger profit cut in the middle. So you basically choose how much you want to make based on what you're willing to do in the middle. Find the property, post it online to the investor's website, or buy it, rehab it, and resell it. Those are your only choices, really. The easier one or the more challenging one. It really comes down to choosing one of these options.
Hey, what's really unique about the system is that you have two highly profitable paths to choose from. You could find deals, post them to the investor website, and get paid what's called a referral or assignment fee, also known as a finder's fee. And that's the easiest way to do it. Or you could find deals, buy them, rehab them, and flip them for a much bigger profit margin. If you choose the rehabbing route, I have some really good news for you. My investors can get you the money to do these deals. You can get up to $450,000 in unsecured cash that you can use to buy and rehab your first property deal. And this money is available to you with no upfront fees, no application fees, no income verification, no employment verification, and it can be wired to your bank account in as little as 7 to 10 days. So, if you thought that buying and flipping real estate was only for the big boys who had tons of cash at their disposal to pull these kinds of deals off, think about it again. By being part of the Flip It Profit Network, you'll have immediate access to these funds, which are only a phone call away. A phone call away.
At first, I didn't think I'd like the option where I'd have to buy a house, rehab it, and then resell it. I thought it would be too much work. So I did the easier option where I'd find a property online and post it to the investor website for a finder's fee. I did my first couple of deals like this and they made me a couple grand each, but I started to think about it. Why settle for that? Why not buy the house, rehab it, and flip it for more money? So I started doing that. I bought a small condo and it took me 2 months from start to finish, from closing to completing the rehab and selling it. But the profit margin was much higher than just getting a referral fee for scouting the deal. The condo deal made me $60,000 and I decided I would never go back to posting the deals for the investors when I could make more money doing the flip myself. But it's up to you on how you want to do it. I just chose the harder way because I wanted to make more money in the long run.
What's really awesome about this system is that not only will you know exactly where to find the deals and which deals are the most profitable to work with, but you'll know exactly where to get the money. All the money you'll ever need to be able to buy, rehab, and flip your property deals, if that's what you want to do. This in and of itself is worth tens of thousands of dollars, all by itself, because most people will never let you have their private money sources. Not only does this system have one main source, but there are several others, including the secret behind getting an unsecured line of credit to use and buy and rehab your properties. This really is incredible because you get the secrets on exactly how to work the business, plus special insider resources for getting the money for your deals, which is the most important part of real estate investing, accessing other people's money. Without it, you just can't do the flip deals. With it, well, the sky's the limit.
There's this report in there that shows you how to take $200K and turn it into $1 million in no time. At first I was like, where am I gonna get this $200K to make this $1 million? But at the end of the report, it tells you the name of the guy, this direct phone number, and his email address. This guy can get you the $200K in an unsecured loan within a week with no fees, no income verification, no employment verification. And I was like, no way. This can't be real. But then I got up, I called him, I got the money in a little more than a week, and now I'm a believer. This makes it possible for the little guy like me to get involved in this house flipping business, starting with none of my own money. It's incredible. Too incredible for you to pass up. for real.
It was Andrew Carnegie, then the richest man in the world at the turn of the 20th century, and he said this: 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. More money has been made in real estate than in all industrial investments combined. So if you're thinking this is one of those get-rich-quick schemes, think again. Real estate is everything but a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a viable and robust business opportunity that the world's greatest multimillionaires and billionaires are all a part of. And if you don't believe that, next time you see the Forbes list of the wealthiest people in the world, check it out. I can guarantee you that all of them are in real estate in one way, shape, or form. So there's nothing scammy or fly-by-night about real estate. And if anything, real estate investing is in even more demand now than ever before. And now there's a way you can get your slice of this ever-growing multi-trillion-dollar industry starting from scratch. And even if you don't have good credit or a penny to your name, the Flip It Profit System, is your golden ticket to living the all-American dream, perhaps for the first time in your life. Hey, I'm not here to scare you, but the world's most powerful elite or the super rich have made other plans for the average man and woman and how they are to live their lives, and those plans never included you becoming rich or financially independent. The entire system is firmly stacked against you and in ways you've probably never considered before. Here's some heavy stuff. Did you know it was Rockefeller who established the school system as we know it today, for the sole intent and purpose of molding compliant worker bees for his businesses? And if you think the school system was put into place to educate the commoners, think again. They've done nothing but given you busy work all throughout your student career, making you think all along that you're becoming educated. And meanwhile, they've purposely left out the most critical educational components of all to teach you how to invest and how to succeed in business. And they've done that on purpose. After all, they don't even teach you how the world of credit works or how to balance your checkbook for that. And that's all been done on purpose to keep you in the dark about how to really tap into endless amounts of wealth that truly is at your fingertips once you're properly educated in how the world of business and investing works. Doubting Thomas? Then think back to Henry Ford. He was the one who came up with a 5-day, 40-hour work week, and he did this because when his workers were working 6 and 7 days a week, they didn't have time to spend the money they were earning. So, Mr. Shrewd Henry Ford, who created a mini city of shops and other business around the greater Detroit area, started giving his workers Saturdays and Sundays off so they could spend all the money they made in Ford's other businesses. So this is when America started getting their weekends off for the sole purpose of having the common man and woman spend their entire paycheck in the businesses of the elite. You ever seen how crowded it is driving around on a Saturday everywhere? Now take a look at student debt, mortgage interest rates, credit card interest rates and fees, bank fees, all of it. It's just one giant cesspool of entrapment for the elite to have control over the average man and woman for their entire lifetimes, keeping people so busy that they don't even look up for a moment to consider that maybe there's a better life out there for them. All you do is worry. How can you look for a better life? After all, most people have been trained since they were tiny kids to succumb to the worker bee busy work brainwashing of their entire school career. And when they get older, they never question a single thing thereafter. That's how I was raised. That's how we're all raised. That's the way it is. Whew. Slaves to the system. You are a slave to the system that was meticulously created so you can make the man richer while you recess into deeper debt and his vacations become longer and longer. Think about it. When was the last time you got a raise, and when was the last time you got a nice chunk of cash? And if you did, Uncle Sam was right there to take most of it away. Again, all part of this master plan is to keep the common man and woman broke while making the rich even richer than ever before. I told you, heavy stuff, but... And now that I've shared with you the elite's grand scheme, you can now properly educate yourself in understanding how you can play the game. Not the game set up for the average person to lose, but the game that the super wealthy use to get rich. And yes, not only can you play this game once you understand it, but you can actually win, and win big.
For me, I had no interest in touching the hammer, and I have no skills at all when it comes to rehabbing any kind of property, whether it's a house or a duplex or whatever it may be. I just wanted to make money as a house flipper or somebody who buys a house, rehabs it, and flips it. I wasn't sure if somebody like me could do this kinds of deals because I have no construction experience and I don't want to learn how to do any of that nonsense. But then I found out pretty fast that I didn't have to lift a finger when it comes to rehabbing a property. As long as I understood what order a rehab needed to go in, I could just sub out all of the work to different contractors because I act as my own general contractor, which I can legally do for the residential properties I buy to flip. Now, the contractors get to do all of the work and I'm then able to flip the property once it's done, getting the max profits possible out of the deal. So it was a win-win all the way around for me. At least that's the way I like to do it.
The nice part about flipping deals after rehabbing them is that I can put my handyman skills to work. I like working with my hands and doing minor cosmetic rehab work on property to get the most money out of the resale of each deal. But there are things I can't do well, like electrical or plumbing, so I just have subcontractors come in and do that work. I only do basic handyman stuff, so it all works out and I get to keep the lion's share of the profits on the resale because I'm willing to do some of the work. If you have this kind of skills or if you ever work as a contractor, you will probably do the same thing too. Thank you.
I noticed that the older I got, the less I wanted to try new things. I lost confidence in myself and all the, that crap that supposedly makes money for people. For about 5 years, I just stopped trying altogether. Then, this came along. I was skeptical as hell, but, I knew that my financial situation wasn't going to get better, unless I decided to do something drastically different. I hadn't had a raise in years at my job, and my landlord, just hiked up my rent about 3 times in the last 6 years. With inflation, the higher costs of car and health insurance, a higher food bill, and a whole slew of unexpected car repairs that hit me, all of a sudden I was just starting to feel this sense of desperation. So then I found this. I went through the system and found it to be pretty easy to do. The money resources were really what I was after, but I found that the step-by-step instructions were, just as valuable because, if you don't know what to do with the money, after you get it, it's just easy to end up pissing it away on junk and getting more into debt than before. So, you have to use that money to make money, to get rich, like, wealthy people do. They, use loans for constructive debt, not destructive debt, like most broke people do. So that's what I did. I learned the steps in the system, did the steps, got the money for my first deal, and profited, in a way that I still find to be shocking, like really shocking. Then it's just a matter of, wash, rinse, and repeat over and over again. My life hasn't been the same since, and I'm sure that, you can just do as well as I have, maybe even better if, you just take a shot at this. If you'll just give it, give yourself a chance. I mean, you just never know what your life will look like, in 6 months or a year from now, if you just, started right away.
I feel so grateful and thankful that I found this. It's changed everything for me. I went from wondering where my next meal would come from, camped out on my buddy's couch. So I guess you could say I was homeless because I didn't have a place of my own. Then everything changed with this one little thing. This one thing, Flip It's Profit, changed my life. Within 90 days, I was able to flip 2 deals. I made more than enough money to not just rent a place, but to buy my own house. I have a steady income coming in because of the consistency in how I work my flip business, because I'm religious in doing 1 deal per month. I never want to ever find myself in the situation I was in before. So that lights a fire under me to never become complacent or lazy and to keep going with this. And I do, and I have. And when I say this isn't hard, it's not. When I say it's easy, it is. You just have to follow the steps and do it. Just stop making the excuses and do it. Otherwise, nothing will ever change for you.
Life of financial freedom and security starts with playing in the game of real estate. Maybe you'll start small, as in just finding deals and posting it for my investors so you can get paid finder's fees. And maybe you'll decide to move up the ladder to make more money by buying these properties yourself, rehabbing them, and then reselling them for a much bigger chunk of the profits. And maybe you'll go even bigger than that by creating a whole real estate empire for yourself. Or maybe you'll just be fine with getting the finder's fees, and really that's really okay, because some of our finders are doing really well doing just that, to the tune of 20 grand per month, or just finding deals for our investors. So being a deal finder and doing nothing else is nothing to sneeze at. You can make a pretty good monthly income just doing that and nothing else. Or later on, maybe you'll want to amp it up a bit to the tune of $50,000 or $100,000 or more per month by flipping the properties yourself. And the beautiful thing about this business is that you can choose how much or how little you want to make. But the key here is that now you can play a game that was only intended for the super wealthy to play, and now you can play it, win at it, and secure a life of financial freedom that you've probably never believed you could have until right now. Imagine never again having to wake up to an alarm clock or having to fight freeway traffic. Or having to deal with some hack boss. Never again. And imagine being able to work 15 to 20 minutes a day, or more if you want to, but that's the average, And with that, you can take the rest of your day off and do whatever you want to do. Go play golf. Travel. Go shop to your heart's content. Do whatever you want to do. You can buy all the toys of your dreams. You can buy a sports car that you wanted. And you go build your dream custom home in cash. You can sail around the world if that's what you really want to do. But the point is this: your life now becomes your own. And you'll no longer be a slave to that system. The system carefully put into place to enslave every man and woman without their knowing. Now you can break free of trading hours for dollars by becoming financially free in ways that were only afforded to the super rich and the elite of the world. Now you can finally have that lifestyle for yourself in ways you've never imagined before. You must stop and think about this. So what are you waiting for? Get the Flip It Profit system right now. Get it now. Not only will the system show you exactly what to do step by step, but you'll have immediate direct access to the website to post the deals you find so that you can have checks FedExed right to your doorstep for finding these profitable real estate deals for our investors. And plus, just like wealthy people, you'll also be able to access OPM, other people's money, by having direct access to private money to the tune of up to $450,000 in unsecured cash with no upfront fees, no application fees, no income verification, no employment verification in as little as 7 to 10 days. That you can use for your own real estate deals if you choose to flip properties yourself for huge profits. You'll immediately be assigned to a property finder consultant who will be able to walk you through the entire process of how this business works from start to finish so that you can hit the ground running as fast as possible. And hey, the system has a 60-day money-back guarantee on it. There's a 100% ironclad risk-free money-back guarantee in the Flip It Profit system, making this a complete no-brainer for you. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by getting started with the Flip It Profit system right now.
At some point, you have to ask yourself if you're happy with your finances right now. And if you're not, do something to change it. There are very few opportunities out there that can take you from nothing to being pretty wealthy in a short period of time. This is one of those rare opportunities. You're shown what to do step by step, and it's all easy stuff that anybody can do as long as you have a computer and an internet service. And you're also given access to unsecured cash, so you can make money with this cash. It's seriously the most revolutionary way to make money, at least the most revolutionary way that I've seen. And I've seen a lot of stuff out there, believe you me. There's nothing else out there like this, and I mean Nothing. What are you waiting for?
I've been a real estate investor since 1995, and things were kind of rough when I first got started. First of all, I had no information to go with. Second of all, there was no internet to be had to be able to research properties quickly and easily online. And third, there was really not a lot of money accessible to a newbie in real estate to be able to flip property if that's what you wanted to do. And so a lot has changed. You have access to the internet. If you know exactly where to go online, you could find deals. You can make a ton of money doing this without even ever leaving your home, based on the fact that you have access to the internet. But if you want to take this a step further, you can actually be a property flipper. Nobody else out there will give you the resources to be able to get the money to flip deals. Everybody can kind of teach you how to do it, but nobody really has access to the immediate cash to be able to allow you to do these flip deals, except for this. The Flip It Profit system will allow you to be able to access that cash to be able to ultimately flip deals yourself if you so choose to go that route. So you can go a couple of different routes with this. You can actually just find deals online and send them in and make money that way as a finder, or you can actually do flip deals yourself. You could buy the property, flip the property, and make the profits in between. And the money is accessible for you to have in no other way possible, because this exact, precise, exclusive lender only works for the Flip It Profit people that are part of the network. And so you'll never find this exclusive lender anywhere who's willing to give you 100% cash for your Flip It Profit deals. So you'll never find this anywhere else. So if you've always wanted to get started in real estate, maybe you want to start off as a professional finder until you get your feet wet and then go into flipping property, you could choose however which way you'd want to do it. But not only will you be completely trained and shown how to do this, you'll also be given all of the resources, including the websites and the cash, to do this entire complete business. So you have everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose. In fact, you'd be crazy not to do this.
Hi guys. Ooh, this is coming up. There we go, that's a little bit better. All right, now, if you are like me, you are a professional, you're making good money, and you're feeling pretty good about yourself, until you realize your predicament. The reality that you're finding yourself in is that as long as you're trading time for money, you are basically a few steps away from being homeless. Anything can happen to your income, anything can happen to your person, and then you are stuck with a mountain of debt that you cannot pay, and you have no savings that can ever cover that, and you don't have a retirement that will provide for you in the future. So what to do? You look at the most richest, most successful people and companies in the world, and you follow their strategy. You find out what do they do that sets them apart, that sets them up for the future. Now, if you Google this, you will find very, very quickly that the richest, most successful people in the world invest in real estate. For example, McDonald's, an incredibly successful company. But the one thing that they make sure of is that they always own the real estate that they have. They do not rent, they do not lease, they buy. And that is a winning strategy, an investment strategy that has made them one of the most successful companies for a very, very long time. Now, I don't know about you, but if it's good enough for McDonald's, one of the biggest companies in the world, most recognized successful brands in the world, it should impact that maybe it's a good choice for you too. And then, taking the opportunity that is at hand, you should be taking action. You should be taking drastic action today, immediately, without delay, to secure your future. Now, you have been offered an opportunity, and I urge you, do not delay, take action today, and be prepared for your future. All right?
At some point, you have to ask yourself, and you probably already have, are you sick of living paycheck to paycheck, seemingly with no possibility of breaking free from the backbreaking load of debt? It wears on you, man. You get more tired the older you get, and frankly, it wears you out just thinking about it. Just thinking about where you'd rather be living a life doing the things you want to do with the people you love. Or have you just given up? I can understand that, but don't give up. Stand up, do this. I've just given you a bona fide direct path to financial freedom like you've never seen before. Sky limit. But remember, it's a limited opportunity. Once we reach 100 property finders, that's it. We can't have any more new property finders in the investor network. So we just don't want to flood the market. And the last time I checked, we're very close to having those 100 property finders working within this exclusive network. So let's do it. Jump on it right now. It's time for a change for you, man. It's time for a change. Your entire future and your life is about to change. Hey, these are rare chances. Perhaps once, maybe twice, you'll come across an opportunity like this, an opportunity so big it can completely change everything, turn everything around for you. This is your crossroad, the one opportunity that can change everything. Okay, so what are you going to do? Will you keep sitting on the sidelines, choosing to be helplessly broke? Who wants that? Nobody wants that. Or will you take the leap into an exciting new life of big dreams and endless financial freedom? I highly recommend you take that leap before the opportunity closes for good. Opportunities like this one only come around once in a lifetime. Here it is.
I wasn't super jazzed about vesting in real estate, but when I realized it came down to only two things I could do, either being a property finder or rehabbing and flipping properties, it instantly took the overwhelming feeling out of the process for me. And I started as a property finder, eventually moving into buying, rehabbing, and flipping houses. I've since graduated into flipping houses, and I take some of the profit I make from my deals and invest it into buy and hold properties, which brings me a steady monthly cash flow. The best part is I hired a property manager to deal with all my tenants, so I just make monthly profit, I invest, and I make profit. The best part of all this is I didn't have to start with any of my own money at all. This is why these resources are so valuable, because I've looked and nowhere else are people willing to give up their private money, people, to give you 100% of the money you need for your deals. It's amazing. I didn't even realize it myself. And when I mean nobody, I really do mean nobody. I've looked. You can only get it with the Flip It Profit system. This is valuable. Really, really valuable. You'll understand once you put these resources into practice and see these results. Listen, this is powerful stuff, and I almost passed up on it. I'm just so glad I didn't.
My life changed so fast that I remember my neighbor from across the street came over and asked me, "Hey, what's going on?" And he was looking at my new candy apple red Porsche when he was asking me that. I honestly think he thought I turned into a drug dealer or that I won the lottery because he got so used to me driving a ratty pickup truck for so many years. Then he sees the Porsche. This was right after we came back from a 4-week vacation in Switzerland, Spain, France, Germany, and Italy. Then I got the new car, and right then there were workers who started putting in an in-ground pool in my backyard a few days before. I told him I got into the house flipping business, but I don't think he believed me. I still think he thinks I'm a drug dealer or that I'm a lottery winner, but neither is true. I'm just a real estate investor now instead of the paycheck Charlie that I used to be.
Congratulations. You did it. Excellent. Congratulations for making perhaps the most important decision of your life. So what's next? Here's what's about to happen. You'll be shipped the Flip It Profit system by way of FedEx, unless you furnished a post office box, in which case it'll be shipped USPS Priority Mail. It'll take up to 7 business days for you to receive your system. And once you get it, go through the quick start sheet, which will give you instructions on which parts of the system to hit first, information about how to schedule your consulting session with your property consultant, and how to access the members only site page where you can post your real estate deals for our investors to view. And if you should have any questions about your Flip It Profit system, please reach out to us at the number below during regular business hours, Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, PAC time, and our friendly concierge team will be more than happy to assist you in any way possible to help ensure success in your new business. Hey, thanks so much. Congratulations one more time. Have a great and prosperous life.